Hey guys, it's Bella's Farm Life, and I wanted to let you guys know how Fair Week went. I'm going to include pictures, videos, literally anything I have of Fair Week, just so you guys can kind of get a gist of what went on and what I did each day. I wasn't able to record during the fair. There was so much going on that literally my phone, like by the end of the day, was still on like 80% battery because I barely went on it, only to really text people to like let them know where I was, or see what time my shows were and everything. I was camping there, so I stayed there from Sunday to Sunday, and that is what I did. So I'm going to get into it. So in all seriousness, when I go to the fair, I go there for fun. I don't go there to win anything big or anything like that. It's really just a fun time and a fun atmosphere to be in and be a part of. So that is what I go in. I go in that headspace. That's how I've always kind of went into the fair, just with, the idea that winning is not everything, obviously. And I know for some people it is, and that is perfectly fine. But for me personally, I try my best. I do my hardest, yes, but I'm not like in it to win it. I'm not going to be mad or upset if I don't win. If I do, that's absolutely amazing. Obviously, I'm happy about it. But if I don't, I'm just like, okay, that's fine, try harder next time, whatever it is. It's never anything super competitive for me. So our fair goes from Tuesday to Sunday. I got there Friday, the Friday before the fair, with my camper. My camper stayed up there Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I brought my cow up, all my tack trunks, tack, everything like that. So we set that all up. My cow was there Sunday before the fair as well. And that is when I start prepping everything, so I get everything ready. Sunday I give her a really nice bath. I use like degreasing shampoo, whitening shampoo, all of that, really get her scrubbed up. And then on Monday I clip her, so she's nice and clean for clipping. I give her a full body clip, leave her top line, leave her belly. She is a dry cow, a 4-year-old dry cow. Her name is Emma. I will insert pictures of her, of course, but I've had Emma for probably about a little over 3 years now. And she's had 2 calves, 2 steers actually, and she's currently pregnant with her next, which is due November 22nd, I believe. So Monday was just getting ready, prepping, making sure everything was ready for the next day, which is Tuesday, opening day of the fair. Gates open at 10 a.m. and dairy shows are in the morning, so I showed dairy on Monday. So when I showed dairy, I got second place in showmanship, which was really, really good because honestly, showmanship was never really my strongest thing. So with the second place in showmanship, I went in and competed for between all dairy breeds in a showmanship class, and I got second place in that as well, which led me to become Reserve Master Showman, which is what I got this ribbon for. It's Reserve Master Showman, which is a really big thing, which is absolutely crazy. So the girl that won Master Showman actually had to go away to college on Sunday, which is when we have a giant class. It's like a championship, which we'll get to at the end. And since she was going to college, I later had to end up being the second person lined up to compete in that. So we'll talk about that in a second. Second show on Tuesday. Sorry for the background noise. My sisters are literally insane. I can't even film. So, second show was just a class based on my cow's conformation and everything, and I got third place in that, which perfectly fine. I'm, again, not worried about it. She doesn't have the best dairy look to her. She's almost completely black, which gives her a little bit more of a beefy look as feedback from the judges. A lot of people have told me to get a new show cow or whatever, but again, I love my cow, not in it to win it. Don't need a different cow for it. So third place in my second show of that day. And then I showed again on Friday, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Friday. And on Friday I got 6th place out of, I think there was 7 people in my class. So that's perfectly fine again. That was our 6th place ribbon. And then again on Friday, I got a 2nd place, which is what this ribbon is for. And then, I think it was, so we did Tuesday. Wednesday was no shows, but my horse came up on Wednesday night. Thursday was my horse show. which was horrifying. I did a jumpers show with my thoroughbred Crafty, and we took 5th place. There was a lot of people in my class too, and we took 5th. So that was just absolutely amazing, honestly. So we took 5th in the horse show at the Dutchess County Fair on Thursday. Or that was maybe on Friday. Friday, I ended up scratching from my class. Thursday, I ended up scratching from my class because I wanted to school him a little bit more. He was a little worked up. Friday, I showed him, and that's when I got 5th place. Friday night, my horse chocolate, my Western horse chocolate came up, and we did a command class. Basically, there's only one winner for that, so we did not win that, but that is perfectly fine. Again, and that was on Saturday, so I showed him Saturday. And then on Sunday, we did the Master Showman class, which is right here. I don't know if you can see Master Showmanship. So basically, Master Showmanship is where they pick one person from every breed of animal to compete. So they pick one dairy person, one beef cow person, one sheep person, one goat person, and one pig person. And we all compete, and we all have to show every animal in our area, in that area. So basically, we all have to show dairy cows, pigs, sheep, goats, beef cows. So I did really, really well in that. I was really impressed with myself on that. You give basically the whole challenge of it is you get 3 days to learn how to show each animal. So I went around to each barn, learned how to show each animal, and then I competed on Sunday. And I did really, really well. Like I said on that, I was super pleased with myself on learning how to show a sheep, a goat, a cow, a pig, whatever it was, so I was in the dairy breed, but the beef breed, the way you do beef is totally different than dairy. So absolutely amazing. I learned how to show these animals from literally the best people in the world. I literally love them, and I honestly could not have gotten through that class without them. So the person that won was absolutely amazing. She totally deserved it. She was so good in every animal that she did, honestly. I literally think she totally deserved to win, but again, one winner is picked. And basically, I still got the ribbon. So I got the beautiful blue and white ribbon for competing in that class, which was just absolutely amazing. Honestly, I'm just grateful to be able to do this. I mean, being picked as, the second person, obviously running up for that class is just a huge thing, and competing in the class is a huge thing. So I got this, and that's just amazing to me. Fair Week was so much fun. I absolutely loved it, and I'm going to now put in the pictures, videos, all of that at the end of this video, and you guys can go through and see what I did during Fair Week. One thing I also forgot to add. I'm in the newspaper, right here. There I am. In the Master Showman class, it says Youth in Agriculture at the 2022 fair, and then it has my name down here. It says that I competed. I'm from the dairy part of things, and I competed against everybody. So basically, it just says that the person that won the 4-H Master Showman honor in the 176 Dutchess County Fair is seated in the picture. The competition features the showmanship winners in different classes, and each competitor must show animals in all areas, not just their own. From Lefter class winners, Nathan Klum from hogs, Riley from beef, Evan from lambs, and Isabella Finelli from dairy. So that is what is in there, and I'm in the newspaper, which is really, really cool. Kind of scary, but really, really cool. I'm so grateful for just getting the opportunity to do this, because honestly, being able to competitively show all these animals was one of the coolest things ever. I've never been able to show dairy goats, sheep, and beef cattle. I have shown pigs before, and obviously the dairy cows, but just learning those 3 animals and the ropes of it, and how hard it is to show these animals, and how different everything is in each breed of animal and different things, and just all this really cool stuff, and the tools they use and the gadgets. Like with the beef cows, you walk forward, you have a show stick which helps you set them up, and you kind of rub them with the show stick to keep them calm, which is super cool. The sheep or lambs, super, super cool as well. You hold them without any halter, no collar, nothing. You hold them with your hand. That's amazing. Setting them up is amazing. Getting them the brace and get that show stance is so cool. The pigs, just, tapping them around the ring with your also show stick. Super, super cool again. And the goats with the collar and keeping their head up and stancing them again and showing off like their udder if they're a milking goat and all of that. And then obviously the dairy cows, which is what I already do. You know, you walk backwards, you keep their head up, you know, present the animal. So showmanship is basically based on presenting the animal and showing off the animal, and showmanship is based on not what the animal looks like, not the way it's conformed or its conformation. It's based on how you present that animal and how well you do it. So that's the coolest thing about showmanship. It's based on you and your ability and how well you do, and how well you take to showing those animals. So they're not looking for people to get mad when animals act up, or people that are not taking it seriously. They're looking for someone that takes it super serious and things like that. So the 5 people they picked, including myself obviously, are people that showed that in the show ring. And everybody deserves a ribbon. Like I said, I got a ribbon. Everybody deserves a ribbon because they all tried so hard and, you know, worked so hard to get to that point. And to be able to be judged off of your own skill just means a lot. Because again, based on conformation, you might not have the most beautiful cow. You might not have the best conformation in a cow. You might have a cow that looks like a beef cow. You might have a cow that's too tall or too short, whatever it is. That show is judged on your cow. There's nothing you can really do to present that cow in a way to bump it up in places. Like if it's an utter default, or its legs are crooked, or it's not super correct, whatever it is, that's stuff you can't fix. So when you're in a class that's based on you and judging you, it really feels like all your work of showing pays off, because it's like, okay, I've been learning how to show this cow and present this cow for so long, and now finally I'm in a class where I can show that I know what I'm doing, or I know how to do it, if that makes sense. Because with Emma, honestly, again, it doesn't matter to me, but I'm always running in like the middle to a little before the end, but I'm right in the middle of the pack normally when I place. So when it's based on me, I was able to run in the top, and that was probably one of the coolest things, because it does make it seem like, okay, so I am showing the cow correctly. I am presenting it the right way. And there's a lot that goes into these animals, setting them up and things like that for showmanship, that are actually techniques. You know, it's not based on conformation. It's not based on your animal. It's techniques that you've learned and how you apply them to all these animals. So I just think that is one of probably the coolest things about that class. It just seems very, you know, it's based on you and what you do. And that's my favorite part about it. So it's just amazing, honestly. Being a part of that is just absolutely amazing. It definitely helped me discover that I do want to show beef cows in the future. It was one of the coolest things literally ever. Like, oh my gosh, I loved showing the beef cows. So I might do that next year. I'm definitely going to stick with dairy, but I want to kind of try something different maybe in the future. And I just think showing the beef cows was just super amazing. It's really cool, and it's so different from dairy. It really is. When you look at it, you kind of just see people walking around the ring. But when you are the one doing it, you see all these different techniques and movements and positions and things to get your cow set up correctly and all of this. So the animals they gave us as well are amazing animals. And these people that own these animals work with them day in and day out, all the time, all year round, to get them ready for the fair. And you can just see when I was showing all these lambs and goats and sheep and pigs and beef cattle and even the dairy cows, because I wasn't allowed to show my own dairy cow in that class. I showed somebody else's. When you do that, it's just so cool. It's like you just see the time that these people put into these animals coming out, and the way they listen and how they behave in the ring. And it's just honestly one of the coolest experiences ever. So yeah, that's kind of what my fair week looked like. And now I will insert pictures.
I can't think.
my gosh. I'm gonna see if my dad will get a pic.